Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a great day so far, great weekend, enjoying with family. But it's Sunday. We got to put in some work, got to study, and then you can go back hanging out with family, friends. But you got to take some out. You got to take some time out to actually study the art of trading. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful here. So as long as we all put the time and effort, everyone's going to be successful, and that's all that matters. Um, we are we are trying our best here to help people out, so um, let's get rolling. So basically, the first play that I'm gonna go over is VTNR, even though everyone wants AMC right away, but um, I am gonna hold on to that. We're just gonna wait for if more people can come. But so starting of the week, the first play I alerted was VTNR. It was on the 1st of June, June 1st. So that was the first day of the market back in this week. And I did alert VTNR 6-1, $10 break. I'm not sure what time, it doesn't say, but let's just say $10 break, right? So we are gonna chart it. Where's $10? $10 is right around here. So now, why did I choose the $10 break? So I did see this pop. VTNR has been a known runner, right? VTNR has been running like crazy for the past couple of days. Um, yeah, VTNR has been running from $2 to $11 within a couple day time frame, 3 day time frame. And we've been playing it here pre-market. We see my previous trend lines. We did play it here. So just an example, I was gonna go over the $10 break real quick, but how could you have played this overnight? How could you have played an overnight? So an overnight strategy here, you do look at the bigger picture, 30 minutes, see what chart's going on. You could kind of see a downtrend here, downtrend, right? A downtrend, and then once it hit the 10 EMA, once it consolidated at the 10 EMA, broke out of the downtrend, right? Broke out of the downtrend here. We did see a pop here. So that's kind of how you know what's going to be a multi-day runner. So, well, you can't really predict what's going to be a multi-day runner, but VTR, let's say we had a pop here. Um, we continued throughout the day, and eventually we popped in pre-market again. So that was a second day of the that was a second run we had. So you do yeah, I do like so that's something I would predict of being a runner, right? So if it ran yesterday and it runs again today in pre-market, it's probably going to run again during the market because we do have eyes on it from yesterday and today. So people are trying to make this run. So you would keep a watch on it all day. Eventually, um, you would play maybe high day break here from pre-market 6.7 break here. It did go to 6.9. It was a pretty big it was a pretty big fake out. But on the 30 minute, it kind of held the 10 EMA, and eventually, if you wanted, you could have played another break here on 6.5. Um, or you could have played high day break again, 7 to around 8.6, or so 7 to 7.8 on that one candle we're talking about. So that is how you would play a multi-day. And see, we do see that it's been running for 2 days, volume into the end of close, like towards the end of the market. So we are going to keep it on a watch again tomorrow or the next day. So you do see that it was creating a little flag, right? We had a pop and it's creating a flag. It's creating a downtrend. We created our charts here. So eventually it did break this downtrend, and that's what you would watch for, in pre-market, you're going to watch it for low volume breakouts and then try to be in early. You want to be early. So like, let's say you're at it with low volume. So you would rather be low volume than be chasing, right? So I do add on the side sometimes, but I only alert when there's volume. So I don't get anyone trapped in there or anything. Um, that's kind of the mentality that you can have, like play a flag and then a breakout. You see it did try to break. So this was the high, try to break here, couldn't, try to break here, couldn't, try to break here, kept getting tighter and tighter, right? And the support kept holding. This held the support, this held the support, this candlestick almost here held this exact support. So we did have a nice support and consolidation. Eventually we broke out, but in pre-market it was probably low volume and then eventually caught on. So let me go back to the 1 minute on the date of 6/1 when I alerted this on $10 break. Uh, right here. Okay, so I did alert this $10 break. So we saw a pop from that multi-day runner like we talked about, right? We saw a pop from that multi-day runner, and like I said, we have to keep an eye on it. So we did see that pop. Let's say we didn't catch it before; it was too quick, right? It was just a random pop. Um, so let's say that we saw this consolidation. There was a nice little um, every dip was being eaten by buyers. So um, eventually, I wanted to play this because I was like, all right, this is a multi-day runner. This is probably gonna catch up again and start ripping just because it's been running for the past 2 or 3 days and there's volume pre-market. Same mentality as last time. So I didn't want to, like I said, I play on the side sometimes, but I want to play what's it called? I want to play with volume for y'all, you know? So let's say, for example, right here, $10 break is natural resistance. Every whole dollar is natural resistance. So that's a reason why we played $10. And also, you can see that $10 right here, right? When we broke on the first candlestick, we had a bearish candlestick where it was a long wick and all sellers took control here and eventually broke down, right? So we did hit 10 EMA on 1 minute potential dip buy on the EMA from 8.9 to 9.9, like a dollar move right there in 2 minutes. But that is risky. So when we broke down from here, when we had selling pressure, the candle was right here, right? You see this candle closed. It met over here and over here. So it closed over here, and there was a body over here as well. You know, so there's two things right here that are giving us an indication that all right, $10 is strong resistance or support here. So it tried to bounce on here, but eventually broke down, and it was resistance up here when I tried to break again. And so that's why we're gonna play the $10 break. So we did play the $10 break. We had to run to 10.3, 10.4-ish area. We did bounce back to 9.8, which um, I don't know if anyone would have stopped out because I wouldn't. You got to give bigger price stocks, you give more room. We do have 20 SMA here, and we have a lot of support. I always say trade with your indicators. So if we are here at 20 SMA, okay, we're here at 20 SMA. We also got some support here, resistance here, which is we broke. It's now going to act as support. So 1, 2, 3, 3 times we try to break. We eventually broke it. Now it's going to act as support. So that's a perfect dip buy near $10 again. Eventually we broke it. We tested $10 again as support here at this area right here. And we just started riding. And that was a trade. And that was a perfect trade. We had to 11.5 from 10 break. And every dip was pretty much being eaten by buyers. But this was a kill candle. Two candles here brought it down to 10.6. But obviously you're going to take profits as we go up. I always say take profits, take profits. You never want to have that AMC mentality on each trade. So how would you know when to buy again? So you see how there was a lot of rejection here, right? This price right here, 11.3, the 20 SMA took over, and it just couldn't break that. It just couldn't break that 20 SMA. It couldn't break that 20 SMA, and well, we did see a pop. So I was watching it all day for a run up, and let's say how would we play this on the 5 minute if there was any dip buys 6/1. See perfect right here. 6/1. Let's see. Let's see the 10 minute. See, you see how I'm switching through time frames? You have to be able to switch through time frames and you have to be comfortable with it. You have to, all right, let me switch through this time frame, go here, go here. It's very good. It's a very good habit to switch through time frames so you can actually understand and um why do we switch? We try to find and look at the bigger picture. We try to see what what can I see on the 1 minute that I cannot see on the 5 minute? What can I see on the 5 minute that I cannot see on the 1 minute? Same with 3 minute. 3 minutes between 5 minute and 1 minute, you know? So it can give you an eye on what you can see, what you can't see on the 1 minute and 5 minute, you know? So that's just an example. Um, so right here, uh, couldn't catch the dip. Well, personally, I didn't play it, but just an example on how you could. You see, we had that trend right here. Eventually, when you see it coming down here, um, this candlestick eventually came right here and tested it as support. And when you saw buying pressure coming back up, that could have been indication, all right, I'm gonna buy right on the break of $9 when it breaks resistance again, and I'll just stop under 9, or I'll have a stop loss under the low of day. I'm gonna risk 20 cents for a bigger run. You risk 20 cents, you got a big pop, you know? And that's kind of how you play it. Eventually, we became this line that we drew was proven right here. You see, you try to this place area's consolidation was very good. That means you try to hold this exact support. You could have played it on maybe 9.5 break as a reversal, but it didn't break, so we didn't touch it. You know, that's why we play resistance breaks. And just an example, not something I played, but you know, if you're getting into charting, how to chart, just an example of a downtrend break or a wedge, you know, right here. Try to test it, try to break it, couldn't, try to break it, couldn't, try to break it, couldn't, eventually broke it and gapped up. That was overnight, but that's something you could play overnight, you know. Um, just because of the volume into close, nice pennant going or nice wedge going, and that's what you could have done. I am still watching VTNR for multiple run-ups. I want to play $10 break for reversal or $10 break. Um, I'm gonna play $10 break when it happens. I think it's gonna go to 11 or 12 and even make new highs from what we've played so far. And that was VTNR. I hope that helped. Let me look at some questions in chat. Minnie, do you play options? No, I don't. Do you mind to keep an eye on BNGO? Let me pull up BNGO real quick. I'm gonna pull up some tickers if anyone asked, and then we'll go back to our momentum plays that we've played. BNGO does look solid. Um, Last time on this live lesson, we did talk about it, and we did have that pop over here. We did talk about it on this 180 EMA, and eventually did run back up. So you see, every time we see that it came to the 180 EMA again, bounced pretty nicely. So now I do have this resistance line drawn. Try to test it 2 times here, couldn't. Try to test it 2 times, eventually bounced on it, so that proves that it's strong. Try to break it here, couldn't. Fake out, and next break on BNGO. I would watch is 7.50 break. So that's going to be a break on uh, key break on BNGO to, or you could play 7.75 break as that was the previous breakdown area. So that was the previous breakdown area, you know. So so yeah, hope that helped. SOS, got you. I really like the weekly on this chart. As we know, this is a huge runner. Squeezes like crazy. We do have it. We on the weekly we do see a downtrend break. For swings, I scale in. Day trades, I scale in when I say I'm bidding. For example, leads we played 17.5 to 28. We nailed that. I'm gonna go over that. Why I traded it, how I traded it. Um, but yeah, right here, SOS. Okay, you guys are putting a lot of tickers. I will go over the tickers, but near the end, I want to go over on. Okay, so Uh, I want to know what people want. Okay, so I'll go over the runners that we had on Monday or this whole week, why I traded these momentum trades, and then why and how we banked on them. And then after that, I'll go over some tickers that y'all want. I'll go over like two or three more right now. But over here, you do see SOS looking for a short squeeze. It was on Flooded's watch list. I do use Momo, yeah. So we do see that try to break here, couldn't. Try to break here, couldn't. Try to break here, couldn't. Now eventually broke, so we do see two green candlesticks. Now you want to wait for a reversal. You want to wait for maybe some confirmation over the 10 EMA. You want to see a third candlestick. You want to see a third candlestick go over here. And on that, maybe you could play a reversal, you know? So chart is looking pretty good. We want to see a short squeeze. And that would be really nice because the chart has room. So I do trade on Webull. I do regular trades. I don't trade options, but we do have options for our premium channel. And a lot of people bank on him. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go over a couple more tickers. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna go over some day trades and then okay, so one of my favorite trades that we had, and I also went over it on how we traded it on the same day, but on 6-1, okay, 6.5 break. I think a lot of people banked on this one. 6-1 right here. So how did we play it? I do have a what's it called? Let's see. Okay, I'm about to go over it. Okay, so I did actually explain why we played this on on our Discord and Twitter. I posted both. I posted on both on why we played this. So you do see OEG ran up into pre-market, and this is free money plays right here. Honestly, every time I see this type of play, I get this play around like once every 2 weeks, and it's free money. I load up huge. I load up huge on these plays, and it's I call these free money plays, just because consolidation, consolidation, right? You see we did have a downtrend breakout here, right here, just an example for charting. I did not play that, but just an example to teach you how to chart. Okay, so you do see that every dip is being eaten up by buyers. You do see that it rejects 6.5 natural resistance area. There is a lot of resistance over here. Oh, hold up. Uh, you do see that there's a lot of resistance over here and a lot of places, and every dip is being eaten up by buyers. That's key, what you want to see. And it's trading in a little channel. We drew the support. I drew the support line also. Could probably drag it down for even deeper. But yeah, from pre-market, let's see. Yep, that same support line used. So um, we did hold that support. That means we saw buyers people saw this trend line. People were buying it up, and every dip was being eaten. And let's see. There was this channel that it was pretty much trading in. So I didn't buy it in this channel, but I alerted 6.5 break. The high day was 6.45, 6.5 natural resistance. There was a big wall there. When it came close to 6.5, saw level 2 being taken down on the wall, saw time and sales. Market buys were coming in, there was buying pressure, and that's what we played. And this was a money, like I said, free money plays here. When you see consolidation pre-high day breaks, and we did see a massive pop. Um, we did see that we did see a massive pop and then consolidation again. So this is what we played and alerted it on this break again. And we had another run up pre-market, another run up. I mean, after hours, another run up, and eventually overnight gapper as well. We had an overnight gapper on this one. And I did hold small. I did say I was going to hold some small overnight. I didn't have what size, but we did have a nice run here from around 7.8 to 8.5. So that was a nice run. And again, like we saw last time, wedge breakout overnight and nice little run up. So I hope this helps. You might want to take a screenshot. I do have a screenshot. If you look at our Discord right now, I'll send it after it's done. But I'll send a picture of this because I did send it on the day of on 6-1. So I'll send that. I took a screenshot. Okay. What's the next runner we played? Okay, we played Mito After Hours. I remember that. Um, oh, I can't see this. Okay, there we go. What day was it? That was 6-1. right here. Okay, so what made me play? Right now I'm on the 5 minutes so I can move faster. What made me play 1.8 break? I played 1.8 break because we did see a volume. I think there was news. We saw that there was a high of 1.77, saw a dip and it got eaten up. There was a lot of volume here. There was actually no other after hours runner. So that's why I wanted to play this. I was like, all right, this could be some money here. 1.8 break, we did hit right around two. We broke two. So $2 was the 1.9. I said Mito buying 1.8 break for 1.9 to 2.10. We did hit 1.9. We even hit two, so scaled some more. Overnight, we had a nice scalper here also. And why? How could you have played it overnight? Let's say you didn't hold it overnight, but you want to play pre-market. You were watching it. Maybe it could be a runner. Something you could do that we did have 2.03 high a day. So we did break that pre-market. All right, so you see, okay, there's volume. Now what do? I don't want to chase. You look at this dip buy, it comes back to our 2.03 high from yesterday. It's going to act as, this was resistance. Now it's going to act as support. We'll eventually buy it. 10 minutes later, we're up 60 cents per share on a $2 stock. That's huge. Um, so that was a very nice play we had. You do see our same support line and resistance line is trying to work here. Comes near support, comes near support. It kept trying to hold, but eventually could not hold into market open. I do believe that if pre-market was longer and the same trend was continuing, we would see a breakout. But market open, obviously, we see it. There's like a either crazy buying volume or crazy selling volume. That's always crazy into open. Next, we are going to look at AMC, and we've been on this for a long time. We've been on this since $15. And just been alerting it throughout the day. I know I helped around 20 people go over PDT with this, so this was a blessing for all of us, for a lot of people. Um, but we've been playing this since 15 break. But this week we started. My first alert was AMC $30 break for pre-market to 34. Okay, okay. So I said uh, 36 break should rip potential entry. So AMC over 36, and then I just kept giving entries, all the resistance points. You see how this is a resistance 32, um, broke it, and we play again. Uh, into open, we play high day break again, 45. We just always play the breaks, always play high day break. You want to um, play high day break, and that's free money right there. Play high day break, and you got yourself a big winner. What's something you could have done on the 5 minute though? You do see that 200 EMA. I have my chart open that there was a dip buy. Eventually you broke the dip buy, and let's say you wanted to play it, you could have got this downtrend break. Eventually played it and boom. Or you could have been watching that play high day break for confirmation on that downtrend break and kept booming. But AMC, what do I think it's gonna do? I know a lot of people want to ask me, but I always tell people I don't know. Like, this is not a ticker like VTNR or like IHT or just some tickers that you can like predict. It's just, it's, it's, it's very hard to predict this ticker. So, I don't know. I just play the momentum on here, but something we could chart out, we're going to use our technicals to be smart and, right here. So we do want to watch that area. So eventually, so if it does come over, let's say $50 break. If it comes over $50 break and breaks 55 $55 area, $50 break starting reversal. If it breaks 55, we probably see another short squeeze, and that could you know be the stairway to $100. But that's kind of what I see on it. We would need to break this trend line here of resistance here. Um, yeah, and what else? Let's see if we can draw another. Uh, let's see. Let me try something. If we can maybe get a dip buy if it doesn't break here. Okay, that worked out. Okay, so I just did this in front of you. So we do see that there was resistance here. on 6-1, try to break it. It couldn't. Eventually, it broke it. Tested the same trend line. So have that drawn out. Eventually came down to the same trend line area, held again. So if you do have your trend lines drawn, that's gonna help. And now it's at this trend line again. So this could be a good dip buy here and stop under the trend line. I think very low risk trade here. So it's not bad actually looking at it from this perspective. This is actually pretty nice uh from this trend line support. So that's looking pretty good. Now we did play BB 13 break, or what was it? BB 13.3 break on 6-1, just because that was high day from oh, right here. All right here. So you see how 13.3 right here was high day. It was the day before, and then after hours. Oh, this was after hours, and then 13.3 break I alerted in after hours, and then I reposted it in pre-market. I said 13.3 break is gonna be a play. 13.3 break. We did have a run up to 14.06, dipped and came back up. He wanted to exit. We tried we and that was a beautiful trade. And then eventually I did alert high day break again, 14. We got to 16. And gapped up overnight because AMC gapped up. So that was a beautiful trade right there. And that's just an example of how we do it. Play the breaks, buy the dips, and if there's no volume, you leave the trade. You don't want to bag hold. You don't want to get into just bag holding for no reason. Um, let me look for the next play we did. Okay, 6-2. Um, I alerted EXPR overnight. Yeah, okay, that was a sexy trade right here. 6-2. I alerted EXPR overnight at around 6.38 added. So around this area, I alerted EXPR for overnight. We did see that downtrend break, like we talk about, a downtrend break. Um, we do see that there's consolidation. That means dips are being eaten. It's not just falling. And or if you didn't want to play the overnight, you could have played high day here. 6.65 break, 6.75 break. Eventually had a nice run up to $8 from 6.38 ads. And that was an amazing swing trade overnight. And yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, SPI also. SPI was a super quick and fun trade. Like that was the easiest money I've made in a while. SPI 6-3 right here. Let's look at the 1 minute. 6. Okay, so we did have news. This day I did alert 6.55 break. So um I was gonna alert 6.55, but I did see some resistance on the daily. So that's why I played 6.55 break. Eventually we broke 6.55, and within 1 minute we hit around 7.15. Easy money trade. Eventually we did not hold. I was watching it all day. There was a lot of volume into open, but it wasn't enough to make it going. There wasn't no follow-up. So but that was a nice trade. Another one that we played, Tell, on 6-3. 6-3. I think it was pre-market. Yeah. Yeah. Right here. Okay, yeah. So we played 6-3. We on 6-3 we played tail 5.8 break, and just an example again, high day break. Sometimes I play high day break, sometimes I play daily resistance breaks. We do see in this scenario I played high day break, and we did have a double top resistance 7 a.m. pop, couldn't break it. Over here we had 5.8, 5.8 test again. This time we broke 5.8, went to 6.1. Super, super big float ticker. So you want to be smart, you want to take your gains, you know. Um, and That's how we traded it. We played high day break and had a nice run up. We did see a pennant, or we did see a wedge, but it could not hold. Now now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at some how to avoid a false breakout. Well, you can't really know what's gonna be a false breakout, otherwise you would never lose money. There would be no risk in this market. Um, Now what you can do is let's say you're talking about getting knifed on. So let's say we play high daybreak. If there's a you can't predict a knife. It's just having a stop loss and you can't predict a knife. I get knifed on, Everyone gets knifed on. Like people lose money because you're being knifed on, but all you gotta do is try to be early to that play to make gains on it. If you're knifed on, then you don't really care, you know? Um, but yeah, that's kind of the mentality that you can't really predict a knife. Um, but yeah, you just gotta have a stop loss, be smart about it. And that's kind of all the advice I can give you on that. Is there any correlation between BB and AMC? Would you consider BB as a sympathy play? Yeah, I would consider BB as a sympathy play for AMC, just because meme stocks they run together. It's known as a red stock, um, and yeah, they run together. So can you check TANH? Yeah. Let's look at the weekly. TNH. Is this T? Oh, that was T. I was like, what the heck? I wasn't looking at the price. I was like, what? I don't remember TNH being this expensive. Okay. TNH is looking solid, The reason being, just something you could have thought of trend line right here, This is holding support very well. So, um, you could have played this like a beast, and stopped under uh trend line. But now the next key point that we have to break is going to be this 50 EMA right here. This 50 EMA is going to act as a lot of resistance. After we break 1.3, we could start running to 1.5, 1.6 area. But I would want to see it dip back to this trend line just because of this green candlestick, but doesn't mean it's necessary. Yeah, so on the weekly it is a bit jumped. I would like to see it dip back here to 1.2 area and then eventually pop up to 1.5. But just use this. So if you're already in this trade or you want to get in this trade, keep this on a watch list. 1.3 break watch, or watch for volume on the 1.3 break, or watch for trend line support again by near trend line, 1.2, 1.15 area, stop under trend line, very low risk trade. Um, so someone asking about LMNO. I know a lot of people banked on my alert on LMNO and after hours. Why did I think it was gonna run? I knew it was gonna run. Well, they had FDA approval. So actually I wasn't even home during this trade. I was doing some shopping for going out of country soon, so I was at the mall, and I traded this at the mall and made bank, Uh, but how could you? I mean, it was news. I gave the news. I told you all the news. People had their bids set in. Look at profit losses. I know a lot of people banked on this. I do think Elemento is going to run tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow pre-market. Now keep this on watch. Everyone, all 156 people in this, watch watch this near 6.75 break. 6.75 break, you want to watch for 6.5, you want to wait for a reversal, 6.75. 6.5 is a riskier entry if you want to take it. 6.75 safer. Um, 7 break first, $7 first target, 7 break 7.2 first target, over 7.2, over 7.25. This is probably gonna go crazy. Probably go $10. So keep this on a watch. I'm waking up 3 a.m. for this. Well, I'm already gonna be awake. I'm staying up, but um, sleep is for the weak. But that's how it is. Um, and let me know. Uh, how'd I know? Where do you post option trades? I'm new. We post option trade. I personally don't option trade. We have option trades in our Discord, but that's for premium, $20 a month, or cheapest thing out there. No fake guru shit. We teach everything. There's a lot of almost like every 2 weeks there's a new video recorded. We just have 2 new recent videos recorded teaching about the basics about. So premium is more for um dedicated traders willing to learn. So it's more for and it's completely optional. You don't you don't need it. I'm always giving free alerts. But if you want to take your trading to the next level and basics, we have $2,000 worth of educational info all for free. My day trades alerts are free, my live trading is free. But if you want to take it to the next level, let's say, all right, you got the basics, you want to make this a full-time job, you want to be surrounded, trading, you want to be surrounded around full-time traders. You want to be surrounded around people who quit their job and do this full-time with us. So that's kind of what it is. That's where options is. Charting is a bit difficult for me. I'm the most. Um, uh, Let me go. All right, charting is a bit difficult for me. I'm mostly completely blind. What's this? So if you're not able to see so charting is okay. So if you're not so you said you're trading blind and you accept that you're trading blind, so that is a big issue. Um, you should not be trading blind. You wanna chart the supports, you wanna chart the resistances, like we're doing right now. We like you see right now, we've caught so many dip buys. We've caught so many dip buys and we've caught so many areas that we could have had a potential area to buy. So um you can't trade blind. That's gonna mess you up. And you can't, yeah, I think if you're trading without a chart, that's just the stupidest thing you could do. You're gonna lose money. Um, get Weeble or have a trading view, you know. Um, just don't trade chartless. Um, so Finviz I mostly use for swing trading. I don't really use it for day trading. Flood mentioned possibly getting calls on SOS because of potential squeeze or anything you see on the charts. Yeah, I did go over SOS. I looked at the weekly, so I'll go up briefly right now. I saw the weekly that we try to downtrend breakout here, try to break it, try to break it, try to break it, eventually broke it. We do want to see a third candle come here as green for a confirmation of reversal, and then Flooded's going to announce if he takes an entry or not. Um, uh, what chart are you using right now? Yeah, this is Weeble. Um, wait, what? Wait, what? Someone asked, I don't know if this is a joke. I'm reading the chat. So I was talking about blind trading and someone said that the person is legit blind. So I don't know if this is like a troll. I don't know. So if the person's legit blind, I mean, how are you gonna execute the order? So okay. Um, but yeah, CLNE. Oh baby, what a swing trade, right? We just Flooded called this around 6.75 area, and within a couple days, we hit 11.2 actually. Um, oh, he called it at 7.7. He called at 7.7. And why did he call it? If you do look at the, let's see, if you do look at the daily, there was nice support here. 7.5 is natural support, natural resistance, 50 cents area. We did see accumulation going on here. If you do look at the weekly, um, you see how this right here is the 50 EMA, and it's holding very nicely. First of all, on the daily, we saw there was accumulation. Second of all, we did see that there was, yeah, on the daily and on the weekly, we see there's 50 EMA. On the daily, we see that there is um, accumulation. And I posted on my Twitter and said I was swinging it at 7.7 also with flooded. And eventually, we did see a big run up. Now, why did flooded choose to swing? There's a whole YouTube video on it, Market Master's YouTube. Go search it up and why he swung trade it, so you can get a better explanation. Shares the technical, shares the reason and the actual reason why he traded it. Um, but yeah, this was a beautiful trade. Um, okay, let's see. Yeah, premium has options. Yeah, anytime. What about BB into Monday chart? Well, BB is a sympathy play of Christian. BB is a sympathy play into AMC. So if AMC starts running, then you want to watch BB. We will be watching BB for, let's say, 14.75 break. Watch BB 14.75 break. Uh, yeah, 14.75 break. That's going to be a bigger point. But let's say then the 30-minute, we are going to watch. Yeah, just watch 13 point. Watch, yeah. So watch 14.15 break. You want to watch this 14.15 right here? This right here. So 14.15 for reversal, and only if AMC is going. If not, and it still runs on its own, you could play 14.5, 15 break. But yeah, you wanna watch that based off of AMC. 14.15 key. Someone said thoughts on Wint. Wint, we did have a nice run up, but I got knifed on the hard. That was a losing trade on my end. Um, so yeah, we talked about knives, and I played 3.3 break. I didn't play high day on this one. 3.34, we got up 4 cents, and eventually we got knifed so hard. And around 40 cents, I lost a shit ton on that trade. But who cares, One losing trade out of 10 winning trades, led 17 to 28. We're still green as heck. One trade doesn't do anything, but that's just an example of you gotta have a stop loss. And where could your stop loss have been? You could have had it right here, 2.9, under this previous high, or under 3.19, which was two body candlesticks, or under this candlestick bottom, 3.09, or $3 natural support. Um, I use mental stop losses just for okay, BB. Yeah, I need to go over leads. That was a big runner that we had. So why did I trade leads actually? Why did I trade leads? Can you explain where you did sentimental stop loss? Yeah, I had a mental stop loss around $3 area, or actually 3.2, but it was too quick to execute. It was just a big knife, so got messed on that. But why did I trade leads? So leads is a multi-day runner. I did see this first pop, so I started accumulating it. We played from 17 to 18 point, yeah, 17.5 to 18.3. Let some scale out. We did have dips near here, 16.55, which is the 50 EMA. Eventually broke out. This was a perfect trade. Why did I trade it? Just because it's a multi-day runner. We saw volume in pre-market, broke this downtrend. Easy, easy, easy play into market open. We had a big winner. This was around 300 grand trade for me. Um, so, you know, I didn't even play with size on this trade. I was still accumulating. But when you have a $10 run up per share, you're always scaling on the way out, looking for that dip near 10 EMA on the 5-minute. Broke out right here, you know, and then new high day. Um, that's kind of why I played it. Pre-market volume, downtrend breakout, previous runner, and that's how we do it. And of course, I'm still watching leads here. You know, $50 is possible. but be smart. If you want to see a bigger run on leads, $29 break, and then $30 break is going to be a huge resistance. $30 break probably going to $40 to $50. So, um, how do you figure out when to exit? I'm always scaling out, bro. I'm always scaling out. For this example, I said long, so I didn't scale out as quick. But how do you know when to scale out? You scale out near resistance points. You scale out if you're over PDT. You scale out near resistance points. Um, uh, you scale out when you think when you're green, you start scaling out. You know, when you're green nicely, you start scaling out. When you're up 10%, that's an indication to sell out. You don't wanna be greedy, you know. And yeah, Weeble is very fast with executions. I love it. Um, I used to use percentage against my capital, but now I just however many shares I want, I just get those. But you never want to go all into a trade. They're just stupid. Um, yeah. What's your same thing, you know, I look at support levels to stop out. In order to stop out, I look at what's support and what's resistance. I use resistance to scale out. I use support to stop under it. Um, is scaling out at 5% gain smart? Yeah, I mean, you start scaling out at 5%, you know, let's say 5% you take 10% gain or 20% gain, 30% gain. Let's say you took 30%, goes 10%, you take another 30%. You're out 60%. Now you're riding another 40%. Let's say it goes another 30%. Or now you just hold that gamble and have a stop loss above your entry, you know? So that's just a way to execute. Uh, what's the let's see. When playing breakouts, is 1 minute or 5 minute better? I look at both. Like I said, I use one, two, three, five. I use all of them. You wouldn't have confirmation that all right, this is about to break out, you know. This example, you see it's more like 1 minute's gonna be harder to read on the leads. Um, so I look at the bigger picture on the 5 minute, you know. 1 minute, it's a bit harder to read that, you know. A 5 minute's more like kind of done together. You see how on the 5 minute, this chart doesn't match up. On the 5 minute, this is what it was. Let's see. On the 5 minute, that's what it was. It's all crunched together. But 1 minute, how could you have played it? This 1 minute would have been like this. You know, you would have got a better entry at 1 minute for this one. Better entry on 1 minute for this one. Perfect downtrend breakout here. 50 EMA downtrend breakout. Bought 23, went to 28. See another potential dip buy. 10 EMA. New high day or break up here. 27, went to 28. We did call this on live trading all day, all day, all day. So that was a free money play. Um, and a little bit off topic, but Dallas Mavericks just lost. Okay. Um, do you prefer different indicators? No, I mean, I don't really use like 50 EMA crossing VWAP or anything like that, you know. I just look at all the indicators are the same. If I see 5 minute having 50 EMA support, that's probably stronger. It's a bigger time frame. It's more to look at. Um, it's, uh, so yeah, SENS. Someone wanted to go over SENS. How do we play this? I think we played. Let me remember pre-market. I know we played this overnight, and we did have a nice run up, but uh, we did. I know we banked on this during the day. Not Peckerwood. I'm actually like right after this live lesson's over, this monitor's gone. Um, I can't rage yet because I'm on, but yeah, I think we played. Oh yeah, we did play SCNS. I just don't remember. Let me search it up on Discord. Okay, we played 2.75 break 6.3 2.7. Okay, let's see. I don't remember what time it was though. Oh yeah, this is what it was right here. Perfect. Okay. How could you have played this, an example what okay, you could have played this downtrend breakout, pop, consolidation, break of this, resistance, and eventually rose up. Um, we did play 2.75 break because that was high day here. I didn't want to buy that downtrend break just because it was it was after hours. Not really any reason why I was running, so I wanted to be safe. Eventually played 2.75 break. We went to 2.9. I did say scale 25% at 2.85. That was a nice little scalp there. Um, and yeah, that's kind of why we played it. And eventually we did consolidate and then alerted scale again over here. We did play this overnight. Had a little pop, but we couldn't really sell there. But there was a dip buy. I stopped out, but some people held and made a nice run up to 3.2. Nick, if I tell you my average cents per share profit, I don't want to say that right now just because like if I have like a mindset, I know I know my win rate. We're 90% positive here. And if I tell you average cents per share, how much we win, 9 out of 10 trades are winning, you're gonna just want to follow blindly. So I don't want anyone to do that. I don't care how successful we are. I don't care how green we are. I don't care how many wins we have. I want everyone to learn the art. Let's say I'm not here. I'm going on vacation. I can't. I'm going on vacation trip Friday. Let's say if I can't, I don't have Wi-Fi. I can't trade. I can't alert. You know um, I want y'all to learn the art. I want y'all to be able to make yourself financially free to where you don't need anything but yourself, your charts. That's all you need, this is a group where we teach you how to trade. So I don't want to just say, right, yeah, follow me, I want every trade I give, um I want everyone to have their charts open. I want everyone to trade because they like to trade, not because I called it. Um so yeah. I think that was a pretty good live lesson. I need to learn this alert setup. Yeah, I mean, it comes with time. If you're new here, it's pretty easy to catch along with us. We have a very friendly community. I will be live trading tomorrow again. We had a blast on Friday. Uh, we had a blast, And how did you learn to trade on your own? Um, I made my own Discord. Eventually, I got confident. YouTube was my very good friend, and that's kind of what helped me. And yeah. What does my Weibo setup look like? This is pretty much my Weibo setup, but I just took away active trade just so I can my watch list and everything. I took it all away so I can have it set up for y'all, and then I moved this so you guys, don't be weirdos. But yeah, that's kind of what this is my setup. I started off with 500 bucks, took it to 2500. Dad helped me out a little bit, made it to, got 25K, eventually made 25K to, seven figs. So that's what we're doing here. Um, Everything's a blessing. Everyone could do it. I mean, I'm making six figs daily and giving out the alerts. I'm giving out everything I do. Live trading, we give it out what we do. So, everyone can do it. It's just you have to have that mindset. Um, you have to have that mindset, and you have to know, all right, like I'm gonna, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna have the mindset that I don't care if I lost money yesterday. I'm gonna make money today. If I lose money today, I'm gonna come back tomorrow stronger. Market was ass. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and make it stronger. You gotta have that good mentality. Any advices for accounts under 25K? Flooded has a so for account under 25K, Flooded has lot of low risk swings. So he like CLNE for example, bounced on we bought the bottom, had a $4 per share run up, $50 and less 50% in about a week. So flooded swings are goaded, my day trades are goaded, we're giving out money left and right. But we want everyone to learn the art. So watch out. So if you're under 25K, watch out for flooded swings, watch out for confident day trades. If you like the chart and if I like the chart, that's double confirmation. Me and you like the chart, so that's good. could go long. Also check out U Stock Trade. It's a platform that you can trade under 25K. There is some limited liquidity uh, to where sometimes you can't buy the momentum stocks, but it's just a side platform that you want to use. If you have $10,000, you want to put like $1,000 in there, um, and then it's a way to get past PDT. So use stock trade, you know, you could try it out. Which Why is there less alerts on flooded swings? There's less alerts on flooded swings because it takes more time for swings to run. It takes time for flooded is constantly looking for swings. You can't just get a swing left and right. Otherwise, the success rate wouldn't be as good as it is. His success rate's pretty freaking amazing, like my day trades are. So we don't just pull out any day trade or any swing. We put our time and effort on the weekends to look for swings for y'all, to look for day trades. So he's doing DD, he's doing um and there's more swings for premium also, but um, you'll watch CLNE. If you watch CLNE YouTube video, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. Um, so what you plan for the future, full trader? Yeah, I'm a full-time trader now. I mean, we're making bank, so why not? Um, of course, I hope everyone enjoyed the lesson. We should have another one pretty soon. We are going on vacation, me and Flooded together. Turkey, Pakistan, gonna have a blast. Enjoy the summer. A lot of fun ahead. Make sure to enjoy your life. Don't overstress. Nothing in life is that serious. Just enjoy life. And yeah, if you like the live lesson, go on Discord, go on Twitter, and say you enjoyed it. So have a good one. Hope everyone banks. Let's kill it tomorrow. Rise and shine.